Hello, students. Let us continue Chapter 2 Nutrition in Animals. In the previous class, we discussed about the buccal cavity, milk teeth, and permanent teeth. We now know that there are four different types of teeth: incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. We also discussed about tooth decay. Let us now discuss activity 2.3. Take two test tubes. Label them A and B. In test tube A, put 1 teaspoonful of boiled rice. In test tube B, keep 1 teaspoonful of boiled rice after chewing it for 3 to 5 minutes. Add 3 to 4 ml of water in both the test tubes. Now pour 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution in each test tube and observe. Why is there a change in color of the test tube? Discuss the results with your classmates and your teacher. The saliva breaks down the starch into sugars. So here, for performing this activity, you require to take two test tubes and label one of them as test tube A and the other as test tube B in order to distinguish them. Next, in this test tube, you need to take 1 teaspoonful of boiled rice, and in the next test tube, that is test tube B, you can put boiled rice after chewing it for 3 to 5 minutes. That is, the rice in test tube B should contain saliva in it. After that, you need to take iodine solution and put 2 to 3 drops of it in each test tube and observe. You will observe that in test tube A, there is change in color. The solution becomes black or blue in color. This indicates the presence of starch. In test tube B, there is no change in color of the solution. This indicates the absence of starch. We perform the iodine test to indicate the presence of starch. So, from this activity, we can conclude that saliva breaks down starch into sugars. That is why there was no change in color of solution in test tube B, because you have chewed this boiled rice for some time and the saliva breaks down the starch in the boiled rice into sugars. The tongue is a fleshy muscular organ attached at the back to the floor of the buccal cavity. It is free at the front and can be moved in all directions. Do you know the functions of the tongue? We use our tongue for talking. Besides, it mixes saliva with the food during chewing and helps in swallowing food. We also taste food with our tongue. It has taste buds that detect different tastes of food. We can find out the position of taste buds by the following activity. We all know that our tongue is very flexible and it can move freely in all directions. Besides talking, the main function of tongue is to mix saliva with the food that we are chewing. Also, our tongue helps in swallowing the food. Our tongue has taste buds and there are different regions of tongue for different tastes, as you can see here in figure 2.6. So these taste buds can detect different taste of the food, and by the following activity we can find out the position of taste buds on our tongue. Activity 2.4. Prepare a separate sample each of sugar solution, common salt solution, lemon juice and juice of crushed neem leaf or bitter gourd. Blindfold one of your classmates and ask her or him to take out the tongue and keep it in straight and flat position. Use a clean toothpick to put the above samples one by one on different areas of the tongue as shown in figure 2.6. Use a new toothpick for each sample. Ask the classmate which areas of the tongue could detect the sweet, salty, sour and bitter substances. Now, write down your observation and label figure 2.6. Repeat this activity with other classmates. So, as you can see here in figure 2.6, regions of the tongue for different tastes are shown, and we will be able to understand this better by performing this activity. So, for that, you need to prepare samples of sugar solution, common salt solution, lemon juice, and you need to make a bitter solution either by crushing neem leaf or bitter gourd. Next, you need to blindfold one of your classmates or your friends so that they are not able to see what type of solution they are tasting, and you need to ask them to take out their tongue and keep it in a straight and flat position. After that, you need to use a clean toothpick and put the samples on different areas of your friend's tongue. As you can see here in figure, different areas of the tongue are indicated over here. After that, you need to ask your friend or your classmate where they could detect different tastes. Then you need to write down your observation. After performing this activity, you will be able to conclude that taste buds that detect sweet taste are on the tip of the tongue. Salty taste is detected on the sidewards of the tongue, and the backside of the tongue it detects sour taste. And the posterior region of the tongue detects bitter taste. Let us now discuss the next topic, the food pipe or the esophagus. The swallowed food passes into the food pipe or esophagus. Look at figure 2.2. The food pipe runs along the neck and the chest. Food is pushed down by movement of the wall of the food pipe. Actually, this movement takes place throughout the alimentary canal and pushes the food downwards. At times, the food is not accepted by our stomach and is vomited out. Recall the instances when you vomited after eating and think of the reason for it. Discuss with your parents and teacher. After the food is chewed properly in the mouth, the swallowed food passes into the food pipe or the esophagus. As you can see here in figure 2.2, the food pipe it runs along the neck and the chest. The food, when chewed, moves to the food pipe and reaches the stomach through this path. The food moves in downward direction in the food pipe, as you can see here. This movement takes place throughout the alimentary canal, because of which the food is pushed downwards. The next part of the alimentary canal is the stomach. Sometimes when the food enters the stomach, it is not accepted by the stomach and it is vomited out. When you eat too much food, it sometimes gets vomited. The stomach. The stomach is a thick-walled bag. Its shape is like a flattened J, and it is the widest part of the alimentary canal. It receives food from the food pipe at one end and opens into the small intestine at the other. So the stomach is the widest part of the alimentary canal. It's a bag-like structure in a flattened J shape. The stomach is connected with the food pipe and the small intestine. The stomach receives food from the food pipe at one end and it opens into the small intestine in the other end. The inner lining of the stomach secretes mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juices. The mucus protects the lining of the stomach. The acid kills many bacteria that enter along with the food and makes the medium in the stomach acidic and helps the digestive juices to act. The digestive juices break down the proteins into simpler substances. The stomach's inner lining produces three things: mucus, hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices. First of all, mucus. It protects the stomach's lining, that is, it prevents the stomach from digesting itself. Second is hydrochloric acid. It kills the bacteria present inside the stomach that enters the stomach along with the food and activates the digestive juices. The digestive juices help in digestion of food by breaking down the proteins present in the food into simple substances. Have you wondered how the working of the stomach was discovered? Let us read further to understand this. The working of the stomach was discovered by a strange accident. In 1822, a man named Alexis Saint Martin was badly hit by a shotgun. The bullet had seriously damaged the chest wall and made a hole in his stomach. He was brought to an American army doctor, William Beaumont. The doctor saved the patient, but he could not close the hole properly and left it bandaged, as you can see here in figure 2.8. Beaumont took it as a great opportunity to see the inside of the stomach through the hole. He made some wonderful observations. Beaumont found that the stomach was churning food. Its wall secreted a fluid which could digest the food. He also observed that the end of the stomach opens into the intestine only after the digestion of the food inside the stomach is completed. Alexis Saint Martin was accidentally shot by a gun in the year 1822. The bullet traveled through Saint Martin's side, tearing a hole right through the wall of his stomach, and he was brought to an army doctor, William Beaumont. He was saved by the doctor, but the hole was not properly closed. As you can see here in figure, the wound was bandaged. Through the hole, Dr. William Beaumont took a look inside the stomach and some observations were made by him. While observing, the doctor found out that the stomach was churning food and the fluid was secreted inside the stomach which could digest the food. Through the hole, he also observed that the stomach opens into the intestine only after the digestion of food is completed inside the stomach. We will discuss about the small intestine in the next class.